Hi, you are listening to the Father Support Network podcast. This podcast is for single fathers and fathers in general. On this podcast, we educate, inform, guide, encourage, and help fathers navigate the complex challenges of maintaining contact and healthy relationships with their children after separation or divorce. Your host is Dr. Michael Uwangba. Michael Uwangba is a father of three who successfully fought for the right of his children to have their father in their lives.
Hello. Today I want to talk about something that has been bothering me really extremely, and that is why I asked this question. Tell me why women in our modern society, where you would think that we've advanced to the point where in the UK, for instance, there are the percentage of single father household is the minority 15%. The majority is the majority 85% of single households are led by women. But as 15% is still significant. But tell me why in our society, why a man, a father that is looking after kids, especially young kids, will be seen as someone that is evil? Why are single fathers that are looking after their kids, that have stepped up to the plate in a single father household, why are they seen as evil? And I'm saying this because this topic is very personal to me, because I've come, not one, I've been able to ask this question and see a pattern, even among professionals that are supposed to know better, social workers, or even normal acquaintances that I mean. And the first thing the stranger or someone that you've just been acquainted with would ask you when they see that you're got primary care of your kids, and especially young kids, first thing they will ask you, some people genuinely would ask, where is the mom? And so, but most people, some of the questions will vary from like, did the mom let you do this? Some will ask you, or some have even said, oh, I know the mom wants to be there without even knowing the situation, but why did it? Some have blatantly accused you of like taking the kids away from the mom, and some people have just not seen it as the mom. And this is where it bothers me, because on one hand we're talking about progress that have been made, progress in terms of, there's still a lot more progress, but we're talking about gender, we're talking about some freedoms that we've attained, we're talking about where economic freedom for women, where women are able to work. We're talking about how that can affect the dynamics of the family, where it could be a family situation where a woman might be working full-time or have a job where she has to go in, and where the man might have more flexible stuff, and then they could have their own family arrangements where the man has more time to do that. Why is it that even as a dad, even understanding that it could be a question where people can work at different times of the day, and why is that a bad thing? If it's from a place of surprise, a place of awe, a place of wow, understandably some is from that angle, but most that I've experienced is a place of disdain, is a place from a place of without even understanding the situation, without even, which is never none of the business in the first place. A place of judgment, where people feel like the man is doing the wrong thing by stepping up and being involved in the life of the kids. I would think, if I was to see a man that is looking after the kids, young kids, taking them to school, being involved in their life, and even if they're living with him, I would give that man praise. I would shower that man with praise. That is, unfortunately, that's not what's going on. The man is seen, that man is seen as, that situation is seen as odd. And that man is seen as a suspect. That man is seen as evil. That man is seen as having done evil. So tell me where this is abnormal. Tell me where we as a society have gone to that when a man, have we just reduced a man to just a sperm donor, where the man just didn't die there? Have we just reduced a man to just paying child maintenance or paying child services? What is it? Where are we in the society? I don't get it. It is sickening. I'm sickened to the stomach with this. And I want to say, when I'm about to take this a bit personal, when you walk up to me, you come up to me if you see this video and you see my kids, better don't ask me a stupid question. If you don't come up to me and mind your business, or even praising me for what? Why should you even praise me? That's normal. When two people make a child, you need to raise the child. You need to be involved in your child's life. But there's no need for you to make a child, bring a child into this world if you're not going to be involved in the child's life. We don't live in the 18th century where women stay. We have mostly women don't work, women don't gain education. Women gain education. Perhaps in our society, we have more women graduates. Women go to than male. And women are working. So we understand that the dynamics of the situation where we're living. And to come up with that, and it's some kind of, either is a double standard, some hypocrisy, whatever it is, I don't know, we're stuck in those kind of narrative. It could even easily be that the man have been bereaved. The man is a widow. Nobody knows this. You don't come and the first thing it comes from your mind is a judgment where you don't even have the right to, in the first place. So I think, fathers are extremely important to a child, just as mothers are important to a child. And I don't think all these things are socially constructed. A woman, usually we look at it from a biological perspective. Let's say the woman, the mother, is the one that bears the pregnancy, that carries the baby in her body. So you could have that kind of bonding, and the child might depend on the mom in the first few years, maybe under 2 years, where in cases where the mother is breastfeeding the child, But I'll say to people, beyond that, a father can do equally, could even a better job in the job. Sometimes you even go to school, they say you're the man, and still they write a letter, they first address it to the mother. The first it is, we need to advance as a society. We just need to advance and know that as single. If I look at it, I'm wondering that what help is there for a single father household? What help is out there? We need to bring light to this situation, to this narrative, and I think some of these roles are socially constructed. We need to snap out of it. And that don't even make you, now you're doing something that is a stand-up thing that should be good as a stand-up, but it's seen as something bad. So what are we perpetrating? We're perpetrating families, or perpetrating a society where fathers are absent in the life of the children. What are we trying to raise circles? And then, we live in a society where we complain that there's so many feminized men, because these men are raised by moms, 100%. Even I'll say in my situation, even when you're raising your child, you still want your child to have a balanced feminine and masculine side of things. The child should have a significant amount of exposure here from both parents, so the child grows a balance. His emotions, is emotionally matured, emotionally intelligent, and is also femme in his a man in masculinity. So when we complain that there are men that are narcissistic, that are men that are not there are men that are misogynistic, and all of this stuff, are men that these are the things that happen because it stems from the childhood. It stems from how these people were raised. So, if nothing, we should know that there are men like myself, fathers like myself, that are looking after kids, and some have been like us looking after kids from when the child is 0 years old. We deserve praise. Those men deserve praise, not condemnation. Yes, that is what I want to talk about, and I hope we as a society, we advance and change and move on with advancement. I know there's no socially, every man and a woman can do. Some of these roles are just socially constructed. Yes, I hope this will spark some conversation, and spark the needed change, so that we'll start moving forward as a society. Anyways, stay blessed, and I'll see you next time.